Stress Management and How to Break Free from a Stressful Life, Part 5. The wrong ways to deal with stress. The right way to deal with stress will be discussed in this video also. Unfortunately, many people do not know the right ways to deal with stress and decide to deal with stress in the following ways: drinking alcohol to excess, illicit drugs, tranquilizers, risky sex practices, overspending, violent behavior. Most people who are alcoholics suffer from depression caused by stress. They use alcohol as a way to make themselves feel better about their stress and the related anxiety and depression that it causes. They are, in fact, self-medicating. Instead of getting to the root of the cause of their stress, they prefer to mask the stress with alcohol. Alcohol works to numb the effects of the stress and does relieve anxiety. Unfortunately, alcohol is a depressant and only serves to magnify the depression. Alcohol is also addictive both mentally and physically. People who abuse alcohol can expect to live a shorter lifespan than others due to diseases of the liver as well as the heart that are caused by alcohol abuse. In addition to that, they usually do not have many friends except those that they meet in the bar. Chances are that their alcohol abuse will take its toll on both their professional and personal life. If you think that you can deal with stress by any of the above methods, you are wrong. Alcohol is not a cure for stress. It will, however, eventually lead to more stress in your life, such as DUI arrests, being fired from your job, your spouse leaving you, your children not having any respect for you, financial issues, health issues. Using alcohol is definitely a mask and not a cure when it comes to eliminating stress from your life. The same goes for using illegal drugs and tranquilizers. Many people will go to the doctor and complain about stress. Quicker than a fast draw at a Wild West shootout, the doctor will pull out his prescription pad and write a prescription for a tranquilizer. Tranquilizers are virtually booze in a pill. Only they are twice as addictive. Like alcohol, they have a tendency to build up a tolerance, requiring an increased dosage to get the same effect. Tranquilizers can be very effective if they are used properly. For example, if someone experiences the loss of a loved one, they may be prescribed tranquilizers for a brief period of time. However, they should not be used as a long-term cure for anxiety or depression caused by stress. And they should be monitored, not given out freely as many of them are in today's society. Many people who are addicted to illegal drugs suffer from some sort of anxiety disorder or depression. The drugs allow them to cope. There is really no difference between someone who is an alcoholic or a drug addict except that one vice is legal and the other illegal. Risky sex practices, overspending or violence can all be indicators of an underlying mental problem that was probably brought on by stress. In some cases, it can be the result of bipolar disorder, which used to be called manic depressive personality. Chances are that they are using money, sex or violent behavior as a means to control their environment because of undue stress. If you are suffering from stress, do not assume that a tranquilizer will be the cure-all for your condition. Again, doctors are very quick to prescribe tranquilizers, yet very few will tell you to have a drink. Yet tranquilizers are just as dangerous and addictive. In fact, they can be more dangerous and very easy to abuse. Do not attempt to self-medicate yourself with drugs or alcohol. Although this may take the edge off of your stress, this is a case where the cure can be worse than the disease. In some cases, it can have tragic results, as in the case of Sam. Sam was very stressed out after he lost his job and went to the doctor suffering from what the doctor diagnosed as a panic attack. The doctor promptly prescribed an antidepressant as well as a tranquilizer to take the edge off of the panic attack. Sam really liked the tranquilizer as it did, indeed, take the edge off of his panic. It felt pretty good and he didn't even get a headache from it. The prescription for the tranquilizers was soon exhausted, so Sam went back to the doctor to get some more tranquilizers. As these pills are only supposed to be used on a short-term basis, the doctor did not want to prescribe them for Sam, but relented as Sam begged. He told Sam that he would give him one more prescription for the tranquilizers and that was it. He also advised Sam to wean himself off of the pills. Sam couldn't wean himself off of the pills. As a matter of fact, he seemed to need more and more of the pills to achieve any effect at all. Where he began by taking one pill, he was not up to 5 at a time. He knew he was going to run out of pills, so he went to another doctor and got another prescription. He had it filled at another drugstore and felt better. Then Sam found something wonderful, the internet world of drugs. He found that for a few dollars more, he could order all of the controlled substances he wanted on the internet. So he began ordering more of his favorite prescription. While he was at it, he decided to try other tranquilizers as well. Sam was like a kid in a candy store. Before long, he had used up most of his savings on prescription medications he purchased online. But he didn't care because he was feeling good. Although he knew that he shouldn't take the tranquilizers with alcohol, it didn't seem to bother him. He was now up to 7 pills and that he could do with still taking a drink. It had been quite some time since he actually fell asleep without some sort of medication. His entire life revolved around getting more tranquilizers. The 1 or 2 times Sam actually tried to quit taking the tranquilizers, he felt as though he was crawling out of his skin. It was pure agony. Sam decided that it was far better to continue taking the pills. Unfortunately, he never thought to go to the doctor and tell him about his problem. Like many others, he thought that stress was no big deal and that he could solve the problem himself. Besides, the drugs were legal, right? One night, he took 7 tranquilizers and a drink before going to bed. He got a little sleepy and forgot that he had already taken tranquilizers and took some more. His landlady found his dead body the next afternoon after his girlfriend kept calling without getting an answer and Sam never showed up at work. Sam was only 26 years old. Tranquilizers are not the answer. Alcohol is not the answer. Marijuana, heroin, morphine or any other drug is not the answer. You cannot lose yourself in the arms of multiple sex partners, nor can you find the answer at the mall with an unlimited spending account. Your answer will not come from using anyone as a punching bag, either. The answer to dealing with stress is to find the source of the stress and either eliminate it or deal with it in a healthy, head-on manner. The right ways to deal with stress. There are many ways that you can deal with stress that do not involve using drugs or alcohol. As a matter of fact, you are better off if you can avoid any type of prescription drug for your stress. Stress can be managed by many different natural methods. The first thing that you need to do is to find out the cause of your stress. Once you have found the cause of your stress, you need to address this fact. The cause may be something that you can eliminate, or it can be something with which you have to live. In many cases, stress is the result of something happening with your job. In such a case, you have to ask yourself if the job is worth your health and the health of your entire family. Remember, when you suffer from stress, it often causes others to suffer from the same stress. If you are employed at a place where you are actually stressed out all the time, is it really worth it to continue in this employ? What sort of quality of life do you have if you hate what you have to do every single day? Quality of life has significant value, or at least it should. There comes a point in everyone's life when they have to decide what is truly important. Remember that no one ever, on their deathbed, lamented that they didn't work hard enough. Many of us end up not seeing the truly important aspects of life until it is too late. If you can eliminate the stressor, be it a personal relationship, a job, or even a certain situation, you will be all the happier for it in the long run. If a job or a person is really giving you that much stress, to the point that you have to seek professional help, is it or they really worth it? Are you involved in a toxic relationship that is causing you stress? Get out of it now. Hate your job to the point where you dread going into work on Monday morning? Find another job that you won't hate. Even if you have to take a pay cut, it is well worth it to enjoy quality of life. If the cause of your stress is something over which you have no control, you need to evaluate the problem, face it and seek help. There are many different counseling methods that incorporate behavior techniques to address stress. Medication can be useful in some situations, but tranquilizers should never be a long-term cure for stress. Natural cures for stress include behavior management techniques, proper diet and exercise, herbal remedies and yoga techniques. These will actually work towards alleviating your stress. Behavior therapy. In some cognitive behavior therapy, a patient is monitored for signals of stress in their body by being hooked up to a machine. This will determine stressors by the heart rate, which usually rises whenever stress is present. The method used to train someone to behave in an appropriate manner is similar to how you might train a dog, except they don't get whacked with a rolled-up newspaper. Instead, whenever the patient responds appropriately to a stressor, the machine lights up, indicating that this is the appropriate response. The patient continues with this therapy until he or she realizes how to behave whenever they encounter stress. Have you ever heard anyone say to count from 10 backwards? This is a popular method used to calm people down before they say or do something that they will regret. Counting is also used to control stress. Many of us, when we are trying to fall asleep, say we are counting sheep. This is a method used to keep our mind off of our stress and concentrated on something else. It is very difficult to worry about work while you are counting. In fact, it is difficult to think about anything else when you are counting, which is why counting is such a popular therapy for relieving stress. If you find yourself in a stressful situation, start counting to 100. Every time you are reminded of the stress, start counting to 100. Is your teenager driving you nuts? Start counting to 100 whenever you start thinking about him or her. This will help relieve some of the stress. Massage therapy. The demand for massage therapy has doubled in the past 10 years. This is largely due to the fact that massage therapy is so effective at relieving stress. Many people still think of massage therapists as prostitutes working out of sleazy massage parlors. This is no longer the case. Massage therapy is now big business as well as a licensed practice. Massage is very useful helping with stress and particularly the symptoms of stress, which are heightened muscles, aches and pains. Massage therapy can work wonders on the stressed out body and also work to relieve your mind. There are several different types of massage therapy that are available to people who are undergoing stress. They range from a traditional Thai massage to a soft tissue massage. In addition to relieving stress, massage therapy is also used to treat aches and pains resulting from exercise or sports injuries as well as a number of other ailments. A licensed massage therapist will be able to recommend the type of massage therapy for your particular situation. It is not that costly, and even if you go once a week to the massage therapist, it is far less expensive than seeing a doctor and getting a prescription filled. Proper diet and exercise. Have you ever wondered why so many people are on medication for stress? What is it that is so different about now than 30 years ago? One of the major differences in our lives is the food in which we eat. Most Americans do not eat a healthy diet and more than a fair share are overweight. Many doctors believe that stress and the onslaught of people suffering from depression is due to a vitamin deficiency. The stress that many of us suffer from today may be the result of simply not eating a healthy diet. We all know that proper nutrition is essential for a healthy body, but what about a healthy mind? We are hearing more about good nutrition for mental health as well as physical health. Certain foods are natural mood enhancers. These include dairy products. Dairy is usually high in protein and can improve a physical response to stress. You can take dairy in milk or cheese and expect less physical problems due to stress as well as enjoying a lighter mood. Fish. Fish that is rich in fatty acids, such as salmon, is good for the body as well as the mind. We all know that fish is considered brain food, but fish that is high in omega-3 fatty acids is a natural way to treat depression. There are studies that indicate that people who suffer from depression related to stress have low levels of omega-3 fatty acids in their body. Strawberries. These can keep your blood sugar levels stable, which can be another cause of stress. Strawberries are a natural way to stabilize your mood and are a lot tastier than any SSRI medications. Spinach. Folic acid is essential to good health and spinach is high in this B vitamin. Studies have also indicated that people who have low levels of folic acid are more prone to depression. Folic acid increases serotonin naturally, which is exactly the way that medications to treat depression work on the brain. Turkey. Another food that boosts the serotonin. Turkey contains tryptophan, an amino acid that can actually make you calm. Remember how sleepy you felt after eating Thanksgiving dinner last year? That was from the tryptophan, a natural tranquilizer. Brazil nuts. These contain selenium, which is another mood enhancer. However, too much of this can prove toxic for your system, so eat these nuts sparingly, but include them in your diet. Complex carbohydrates. These also contain tryptophan and, although we have been warned to stay away from carbs these past few years, we need complex carbs, not simple carbs. If you are watching your diet, stay away from simple carbohydrates, such as cakes, cookies and sweets, but eat complex carbs, such as sweet potatoes, that are rich in tryptophan. Clams, oysters, cottage cheese, all are high in vitamin B12. Raw clams and oysters have been considered an aphrodisiac for a long time, but cottage cheese is also rich in this vitamin that has been known to enhance your mood and stave off stress. If you are not getting enough of these foods in your daily diet, consider taking a multivitamin or a supplement. If you are suffering from stress, chances are that you may be deficient in vitamin B as well as omega-3 acids. Eating a proper diet certainly will not hurt you and may actually end up relieving much of your stress. Exercise is also crucial to relieving stress. As a matter of fact, when you feel stress coming on, the best thing that you can do to stave it off is to exercise. Doing something physical can sometimes really work out the problem that you are having. Cardio exercises are the best way to work out stress. These get your heart pumping and naturally raise the serotonin in your brain, putting you in a better mood. Stress can be very draining on your physical being, and exercise can right the wrong and get your body back into shape. Exercise also boosts the body's immune system, which also suffers under stress. Get yourself into an exercise routine. Work out in the morning or after work doing cardiovascular exercises that will give both your mind and body a boost, as well as help control stress. In the evening, you can practice yoga or stretching exercises that can help tone your body as well as relax you. Don't want to exercise? Do something physical. Cleaning the kitchen floor will not only relieve your stress, but will also get the floor really clean. Doing something physical such as cleaning is one of the best stress relievers available. It works better than any pill, costs nothing, and, when you are finished, you will have a really clean house. Herbal remedies. There are natural, homeopathic remedies that are also used to treat stress, although the jury is still out on just how effective they really are. One way to treat stress homeopathically is through the use of St. John's wort. This herb has been used to treat stress and anxiety for years. There is an indication that it is very effective in treating mild anxiety and depression as well as stress. It naturally releases serotonin and has both mood-stabilizing and calming effects. St. John's wort is available in most drug stores and health food stores. Most doctors will never recommend that you even try St. John's wort. Nor will they tell you to eat properly. Today's doctors seem to be consumed by the need to prescribe medicine. The pharmaceutical companies are making billions of dollars making sure that everyone is prescribed an SSRI or a tranquilizer every time they have a problem with stress. Doctors and pharmaceutical companies are not the only ones to blame. We are as well. Have you ever wondered why Americans suffer from more stress than any other nation? We probably don't, but more of us are hooked on medication for this condition. One of the reasons we agree to take the pills for stress is because we want instant cure. Yes, we are always in search of the quick remedy for any problem. Nobody wants to take the time to exercise or actually come to terms with different stressors. Nobody wants to hear that they have to eat right. Yoga? Meditation? We don't even give them a chance. We want a cure for what ails us and don't want to be inconvenienced with it any more than necessary. This is not to say that anyone who is suffering from stress and depression should not seek medical attention or take medication when necessary. In some cases, it is necessary to take prescription pills. However, a prescription should be used as a last resort, not the first thing that we try whenever we feel stressed. Throughout our lives, we are bound to encounter stress. We have to learn how to deal with it effectively, or we will be doomed to taking medication just to get through everyday life. If you are suffering from stress, try St. John's wort, a natural herbal remedy, before you embark on a series of SSRI medications or tranquilizers. Aromatherapy is yet another natural treatment for stress and involves the use of essential oils. Essential oils are derived from natural byproducts such as tree bark, flowers, fruits or grasses. They are very concentrated and can be used either with an infuser, in which case the healing powers are inhaled into the lungs, or on the body as a massage oil, in which case the healing powers of the oil is absorbed into the bloodstream by way of the skin. Essential oils are very concentrated and should never be used directly on the skin. Lavender is the one exception and is pretty much a cure-all for just about whatever ails you. Lavender oils are available at a variety of different places including online. In order for the aromatherapy to actually work, you have to use pure essential oils and not anything that is chemically produced. Essential oils are not meant to be taken orally, but have been used as a treatment for a variety of minor ailments for thousands of years. Aromatherapy is particularly effective when combined with massage therapy. Most massage therapists incorporate aromatherapy into their practice, although this is something that you can easily do on your own. Simply get some lavender oil and an infuser and burn the oil so that you can inhale the scent. Not only will it relax and calm you, but it will also make the whole house smell fragrant. Yoga and meditation. These are Eastern arts just like aromatherapy and, like aromatherapy, have been around for thousands of years. People in the West tend to want to hurry everything along, which can be one reason why we are so much more stressed than people in the East. Yoga involves a series of stretching exercises that are designed to allow you to concentrate on something other than yourself. Meditation is the process of clearing your mind of negative thoughts and concentrating on nothing. Both are equally effective at calming you down if you understand how to use these techniques towards alleviating stress. Yoga and meditation work pretty much the same way as exercising, cleaning and counting do to relieve stress. They draw your attention away from the stressful situation and to something else. This is the secret to controlling your stress, to focus your attention on something that is either positive or neutral. Once you have learned how to use these different techniques to alleviate stress, you can then work on controlling how you react to stress.